Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel again. Today we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite figures in my Dragon Ball SH Figure Arts collection, Super Saiyan 5 Goku Black from Kong Studios. Before we look into the figure, I just want to take a quick look at the packaging. On the front we have Goku Black, that says Kong on the top left hand corner. On the side it says Kong. Nothing really much on the back or the other side or on the top and bottom. But I just wanted to kind of take a quick look at the packaging because I kind of miss Kong Studios / Beast Deity's old packaging style. I really like this kind of packaging, but I kind of get why they switched it so they don't get copyrighted. So let's take a look at the figure. Outside of the packaging, we have the figure itself, which looks pretty damn incredible. I really love the sculpt of this figure. I really like the paintwork, the colors. Honestly, one of my favorite figures I have in my collection. But there is some problems with it that I will address throughout the video. But just looking at the figure itself, it is honestly one of the most awesome looking pieces in my collection. Probably besides Full Power Broly and maybe Legendary Super Saiyan Goku. But other than that, this figure is really nice. I really do appreciate the sculpt work. They sculpted the hair on the arms, which with the official Super Saiyan 4 release they did. But this is a third-party figure, not an official figure, so for third-party standards, it's pretty good. And at the time, too, where Kong Studios didn't really do a good job, I think this is one of their golden ones from that era. I don't know, I'm just kind of yapping. For the retail price of this figure being around $60, the accessories are pretty standard for modern-day SH Figure Arts, being an effect piece, smirking face, neutral face, teeth gritting face, and a yelling face, which is on the figure right now. And then comes with a whole assortment of hands, being martial arts hands, instant transmission hands, Kamehameha holding hands, open palm hands. There's two sets of Kamehameha hands, one with a peg in it and one without it, just like the Super Saiyan 4 SH Figure Arts release. So with the accessories out of the way, let's kind of get into the articulation. One thing I forgot to mention while doing the accessory segment is considering the Kamehameha piece that comes with Goku Black. For some reason, I don't know if this is an issue with all of them, but well, I bought mine off of another seller, but the Kamehameha piece is made out of soft plastic, which would be fine. It's just that it caused the effect to be warped in a way. Look, you can bend it, which isn't a real issue. It's just kind of a preference thing that it's I wish it kind of was a harder plastic so it wouldn't warp as easily. But I kind of just wanted to mention that before I continue on with the articulation. Moving on to the articulation of this figure, we have 2 points of articulation in the hair, which is I don't even know what the joint's called. Moving on to the articulation of the figure, you're probably wondering where's his head. This segment is pretty annoying to do with the heavy hair being in the way. So I'm going to show that off in a second, but first we'll do the main body. So it has butterfly joints, the arms can move out about that far, but if you do try to move them forward, the arm pops off, so be careful with that. Normal bicep rotation, double bend at the elbow, wrist hinge, and you swivel, so you can rotate that a whole 360 degrees. The neck has a double socket, so it can move pretty much all around. Little to no ab crunch. I would have to, if I wanted to push it further, it would probably pop off the body, which I'm not trying to break it or do, because on my Super Saiyan 4 version of this body, the body doesn't stay together. And I feel like this body in general, they should try to copy the figure arts, but without that out of the way. Little hinge at the tail, which can move 360. Average 2.0 legs. And the skirt is soft plastic, so you can kick out that far. You can do that far with the splits, which is pretty bad for a 2.0 figure. Or they didn't do a good job with the splits, but with this figure, it's kind of worse than normal. Double bend at the elbow, rotation at the ankle, pivot, and toe hinge, which is actually really good. And it doesn't even look too bad, but you can kind of bend it a little forward, which is weird. And then waist swivel. So now we're going to move on to the hair of the figure. Looking at the articulation of the hair, it is pretty good. It's not at one solid piece. It has hinge joints at this top part here and this lower part here. If I could show that. There we go. And then, it could swivel, it could rotate all the 360. Then we rotate it back. And it has ball joints at these hair parts. And then the bangs are soft plastic, so they don't really get in the way of anything. So now we're going to get into scale and size comparisons. We're going to go through a couple quick size comparisons. Legendary Super Saiyan Goku. SH Figure Arts Turtles. Demoniacal Fit Martialist Forever Goku. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Beast Deities Goku Black. SH Figure Arts Boy from the Future Trunks. Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Hold on, let me get them more next to each other. And then Super Saiyan Broly. And then last but not least, the biggest figure in my collection at the moment, Full Power Broly. And I don't think I'm standing him right at all, but he's just larger than him, so that's all you gotta really know. So now we're gonna get to the closing statement. Closing statements and my final thoughts on this figure. It's pretty good. Honestly, if I were to rate it, I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10. I'll explain my reasons why in a minute. But for a third-party figure, this is really good. And especially Kong Studios' track record back in the day, where like most of their quality control was pretty buns. And like where the figures would break on just opening, which they still kind of have a problem with now, but honestly it's gotten better since then. And this is kind of the turning point for them, where they kind of went into like the fan fiction stuff, Dragon Ball Heroes. And I gotta say, for the time period this came out, like around 2 years ago, I think, I don't really remember, it's pretty good. And reasons why it's 7 out of 10 for me personally, the body mold, like the torso, I think could have been way better if they just reused the official Super Saiyan 4 torso from Goku. I think that would have looked a lot better, because it would have been like a little more swole. Because with the newer releases of their Super Saiyan 5s based off the Dragon Ball AF design, I'll put one on the screen here, it looks a lot better. Like if I want to get that version, and it's on sale right now, so I'm probably gonna. It looks a lot better. I really like that version of the sculpt, and they improved everything I had problems with this sculpt. They improved in that one, which is really cool. So I'm happy for that. But with this sculpt in mind, it's alright. It's like mid. Like the ab articulation doesn't really go that far, and it's pretty limited. The arm articulations is basic SH Figure Arts. It's normal stuff. The legs are a little iffy. I don't know what they kind of just upscaled the legs for Goku Black, which works. For this, it works fine, but it's kind of limiting. It's kind of weird. I wish they kind of just did the 3.0 legs, because for their Timebreaker Goku Black, they did 3.0 legs. So it's like, why not start here? I don't know why they didn't do it until like the next wave of Super Saiyan 5s they did. But other than that, this figure is pretty good. Like I said previously, I gave it a 7 out of 10. And yeah, the paint, work, sculpt, all that, really good. For a third-party figure, this is a really nice figure. I just think it's held back by, for one, the resale price. This figure is insanely expensive aftermarket. I do not recommend getting it for the reason, that alone, because that is really expensive for a figure. Like 300 to 500 bucks. I can understand for Broly, he's a big figure, but for this, it's a third-party figure. It's not even a real one. And like, yeah, it's exclusive, but like, it's not that worth it. I don't think, personally, I don't think it's worth $300. I got mine for $65, luckily, because I got a deal. So I like to thank the seller for that, who sold me this for that, because I got the opportunity to own one of my favorite figures in my collection. But if you can try to find it for like 65, which you're not, I think the lowest you're gonna get is 90, then if you're really interested in it, go for it. But me personally, I'm glad I got it at the price I did. And the seller was really nice. He gave me extra like keychains and stuff. But the final thoughts on this figure, really good. And if you can find them for a good price, I'd get them. But that's only if you're really into like the Dragon Ball AF stuff. But other than that, I'll see you guys next week, maybe, if I can get another video out. Because I'm hoping to post this on Wednesday, because today is the 15th. So hopefully I can get this out and edit it in 3 days. But if not, my bad. But hopefully I'll get another review out. I'm not sure what I'll review. But I think what I'll review is an official figure, being the SH Figure Arts Premium Bandai exclusive Turtles, which is also a figure of mine that I really wanted for a while. And he's my first Premium Bandai exclusive. But other than that, have a good day or good night, and see you guys next time. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe so I can keep making videos like this, because I really want to get into reviewing. So if you guys can do that, that would be amazing. Good day.